Hey guys, today I just thought I decided to do my very first vlog, just purely because I just felt like it. It's just something I just wanted to start doing because people recently I've been getting a lot of questions from people as to like what I'm doing and stuff, and like what kind of things I want to do in the future. So rather than me just like instead of me having to try to go into detail 24/7 because so many people ask the same questions or some and just stuff like that it just gets to a point where I might as well just play the same voice recording over and over again. So this is just technically what I'm doing. Some of you actually personally know me. I know that's very few, and to be honest, I like keeping it that way because I don't really like having a vast number of people who actually do know me personally because I just genuinely just don't like it. Um, but yeah, those of you who do know me will know exactly the kind of person that I am, and for those of you who don't, well, you're going to get to know me quite a lot um, over the next couple of months or years or however long you just decide to stay following. It doesn't really bother me. If you guys want to stick around, then great. But bearing in mind, this is my first like blog, so I really am going to be absolutely shit at this, but thanks for sticking around. They will get better over time, I do promise. So, yeah, today I just came back from London. I was working at the Eurogamer 2012 as a volunteer, and to be honest, it was actually pretty darn awesome. It's the first day, the Thursday. I arrived there about 8:30 in the morning. Um, Well, transitioning was surprisingly easy and stress free, which is like never happened before because usually the train's delayed or it stops for half an hour or I've got on the wrong train 5 6 times before. Like I was basically out like years ago and I was basically going to Leicester and I went to a party and I had no sleep. I just drank myself until I was steaming by the end of the night. I got no idea what happened after the night, and I basically ended up like going from Leicester to Leeds to fucking Derby to Leeds again, and then finally back home. Which not a lot of people. I'm not going to say where I am. Some of you know where I live, but I'm just not going to willy nilly give it out just yet. So yeah, that was one of the most crazy days of my life. It took me about 14 hours to get home when it should have only taken one. So yeah, that was quite an interesting adventure, and it should have cost me more than 250, 300 quid. But amazingly, I didn't pay a penny. But yeah, that story's for another day. So yeah, what I'm just basically going to say today is basically who I am, what I'm about, what I'm doing, what I've been doing, what I'm trying to do, and what I'm hopefully going to end up doing within the next couple of years. Basically, as a lot of people know, that I'm an aspiring musician. I've been playing keyboards, pianos, and synthesizers for just a little over 16 and a half years now. And I know that seems like a long time, but personally, I am nowhere near as good as I think I want to be because I know I could be a lot better. It's just like I just got put off a lot, especially when I was in college. That's when I really came off music because, like, well, it's really quite a bit of a long, annoying story, and I don't really want to get into too much detail because I just care not to get into things like that. But basically, it was shit, and it really did put me off music, and I was just like, what? I just don't see the point in this anymore. But I actually discovered this really interesting music software. Some of you will know about it, which is Cubase. And for those of you who just are unfamiliar with Cubase, what it essentially is, it's basically like imagine Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops, for those of you who do know what that is, I mean that's pretty good. But those of you who do know what Cubase is, I personally much prefer it. I think it's several times better than Fruity Loops. I just find the controls and the layout easier to use, and I find A lot of the features more easier to use and versatile than in Fruity Loops. And I know that in Fruity Loops you can use the same VSTs as you can in Cubase, but I just prefer Cubase, much more easier and more fun to work with, and it's something I was introduced to it in college, and that was the only thing that actually took my interest in the whole course. Because some of you will have heard my work recently, some of you do know that I have been releasing a lot of demos opposed to unfinished work. Well, usually I don't like presenting unfinished stuff, so a lot of a lot of people, and I've promised quite a few people that I'm doing songs for them, or I'm making songs. But the problem is, um, well, the thing is, I have got about 30, maybe 40 projects going on at one time, and like I don't tend to dwell on one thing at once, so I would tend to record something, do a little bit, and that whatever I want with it. Then I'll either get to a point where I just try too hard to make it sound how I want, and I won't end up getting anywhere with it. So I'll just end up scrapping it or coming back to it a month later, then recording something else. Or I've gone days without recording anything before just because my mind just doesn't want to function today or whatnot. So basically, I have different ideas, and I think that some of the ideas will sound good in the same song, or they'll sound good in different songs, or they just sound too different to be used in something that I'm doing. So I'll constantly open and make new projects and start working on them and mastering them. And as a lot of you know, I record and write my own music, and I mix it, produce it, and master it all myself. Which, if you're going to do that by yourself, it's a very long process. And the thing is, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know exactly how to do it, but it's extremely time consuming, stressful, and some days you just don't even want to turn your computer on, or you don't even want to record because you do suffer from writer's block, and like you just want to get everything like out there, but you just can't seem to just like, it's not necessarily motivation, it's just like you just can't, like your brain just doesn't want you to think, and you just end up just staring at the screen for hours. Or excuse me, I usually tend to go for walks or meditate because that usually just calms my mind. And I have a lot of free time these days, and I usually just spend most of my time just being creative or gaming or walking or just generally just maintaining the house. And a lot of people know that my recent house move, I've not really been doing much outside the house because because this house that we have now, we have basically stripped 90% of everything inside it and just we have essentially rebuilt the house from the inside out. And this has taken us over a year to get this far, and it's a very long process, and we've still not even finished yet. And like those who have actually those who have actually seen the inside of my house, like while it was being processed, will know how big of a change it was. Like when parts of the house were finished, like and they saw it again. Um, so basically, when people saw it being built in the process and coming back to it, how much of a change it's been, and how stressful it's been as well. And it's just been, well, I wouldn't say it's quite an adventure, but it's more of a challenge if anything else. And it's been okay really. And I know I've been extremely quiet for just genuinely ages and ages because recently I just haven't been in the mood for just like being social or doing anything social anymore, because um, quite a few people that know me, recent events, which I'm not going into, which I care not to get into, and I'm not going anywhere near. And I'm going to cut that bit out. So yeah, basically what I'm doing at the moment is you can see me playing game footage here. I know because I'm just basically trying to do something while I speak because you guys just don't want to sit here looking at me for 10, 15 minutes at a time. Why would you want to stare at me for that long? Like, I'd rather have something interesting on the screen instead of me just like blabbing on forever. But just thanks for watching and listening. But like I said, this is just going to be just a general like introduction of who I am. And yes, I know I sound terrible because I'm very tired right now, and I wanted to get this done while it was on my mind, and just while my mind is just in this zone where it just doesn't care. And um, I just had a lot to say, and I just hope I said it the right way. Um, what am I trying to do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so basically what I'm doing is I'm recording on my laptop. I have a laptop and a desktop PC, and my microphone on my desktop recently decided to stop working after I was mic spamming a Counter-Strike server because Counter-Strike is just annoying and guys just piss me off. So I just thought I'll just be immature for the hell of it because it's funny. And yeah, I destroyed my mic in the process accidentally. I screamed so loud in it kind of dislodged itself. So yeah, that's another 10, 15 quid I need to spend. So yeah, um, what I will be doing is in my next video, tomorrow I'm going back to Eurogamer 2012 as just a general um, exhibitor. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I now know what everything is, and I know the first in line for. Well, I'm hoping to be the first in line for everything now. So I'm really looking forward to that. I will be posting images during well during this vlog event. During the next vlog event I might show pictures or videos of what's actually going on and what you guys see what you guys think. This is just been a quick introduction. This is Loveless 101, which is my YouTube channel. I am going to be making a separate YouTube channel in the near future for strictly my music and my music only. I like to keep them all separate, and I'm going to have my Lolos 101 account as just my general blogs, and just general chit chat on what I think about certain things. So if you guys just want to stick around for it, then great. I hope you enjoy listening to me because I just like getting a lot of stuff off my mind, and if people are just generally interested in what I do, then that's great. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you have had a nice day, or have a nice day, or evening, or whatever you're doing. Just hope everything is just generally going well for you. And if not, I'm sorry to. And if not, then I'm sorry for you, and I just hope things genuinely get better in your lives. So thanks for watching. Later.